Happy Friday. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Dior.
And I'm IJ.
And today we're going to review Put a Ring on It, Season 2, Episode 9. So this is after the Darion fallout. So we have one couple that's exited the experiment and we have two couples left.
Boo hoo.
So
So sad.
we start off, with Dr. Nicole in our little group therapy session. And the couples talk about the dates that they had last time. Are you okay?
I'm sorry, it's my computer.
So they're talking about the dates that they went on. I think all of the couples went on a repeat date, or all the individuals from the couple groups went on repeat dates this time. And they all except for Sean chose to go on another date with the person. Sean was just like he's ready to I think he doesn't have an option anymore to date anyone else, right?
I don't think he wants to date anybody else.
No, he doesn't. I think he said that, he was able to go on the second date with the girl that he was going to, Tari.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to go on a second date with her and enjoy her company without being afraid that he wouldn't be able to control himself. So he felt like he accomplished what he was set out to accomplish.
Right.
And so he said he was done.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we never thought that he didn't ever seem to have any doubts about getting married except for his financial stability. Like he seemed to be very much into LaRhonda and didn't really want to do this, I think. So I don't think it's surprising that he said he didn't want to go any more dates.
Right. And I didn't really think it didn't seem to me that he was really into his dates at all anyways.
I don't think
He says he was.
I don't think they gave him anyone that he could really test him, because the singer girl, Brittany,
None of them were very cute to me, but that's just my opinion.
I think Tyree was cute, pretty, the last girl.
No.
Was she like a model?
Yeah, she was a model, but she still wasn't very cute to me. None of them were, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that when I saw his reaction to LaRhonda going out on that first date, I was like, wow. To now his reactions, big difference.
Yeah, he's had a lot of growth and he feels a little more secure and comfortable with her going on dates, but he still wasn't happy to hear that she wanted to go on a third date with Derek.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for LaRhonda, I think she's interested in going on these additional dates because she does have someone she has more things in common with.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of makes a difference. It's like, something different. So I think she's just trying to explore that a little more.
Right. I think the confidence that Derek has and portrays and how much they have in common really is attractive to her. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the guy, but
if she's attracted to the guy himself.
Yeah. Or
yeah, I mean, she did say in the beginning, not that she thought he was unattractive, but he was older and he wouldn't have been her type,
Mm-hmm.
So I think, he grew on her a little bit.
Right. And I mean, when I saw him working out, I thought, oh, wow, he's working out with it. But I thought Sean works out too because his body is built. Right. So what did you think about Sean's relationship with his father?
So, just to explain to everyone, their assignment this week was talking about family. So, they were talking about their families and how, their families would blend or be integrated once they got married. And apparently Sean is close to his sisters and his mother. but doesn't really has an estranged relationship with his father.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't think anything about it. I don't think that's abnormal. I think,
It's sad that it's not abnormal,
yeah.
but the acts of parents often will be reflected in their children.
Mm-hmm.
And him seeing his dad be abusive towards his mother, impacted him and put a strain on the relationship. I wish we could have gotten more into it, but because that's what makes Sean Sean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Dr. Nicole touched light on it. And I thought it was really good that LaRhonda was insistent that he has these issues resolved so that he doesn't bring it into their marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I liked how even with between Eric and Jessica, I like that there was a genuine concern for the other person's relationship with their family, because
Mhm.
sometimes, like, at least especially on TV, you often see that the person doesn't get along with their in-laws, or their spouses or significant others' families, and there's not, like on TV, when it's dramatized, you don't see the effort in them supporting their significant other, reaching out and building or growing or improving their relationship with, their family. So it was good
Mhm.
to see that there is a genuine interest and a concern that for the relationships that, their significant others have with their parents. So I did like that.
Mhm. Me too.
So if we go back to the group therapy session, again, Leilani, or no, Eric decided to go on another date with Leilani. I think it would be the third date.
Mhm.
And Jessica decided to pursue, was it a third or fourth date with
Of course.
Sean?
Mhm.
Um, and so, again, we see them on the car ride home, I think, where they're talking about the additional dates. What I guess I feel like, because of everything that went on with Darion, I feel like maybe people would be a little more hesitant to go on these additional dates,
They weren't. They're like, that's them. This is us. So
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, wow, they just going in. So,
Mhm.
but on the car ride home, you know, Eric asked Jessica what she thought about the Darion situation. And I think what we had seen earlier in earlier episodes is that he was saying he was looking for kind of a deeper connection with her, and he wants to be able to hold, or what I see, my observation is that he wants to be able to hold a conversation with her, you know, and it's like for some reason it just doesn't ever seem to like connect. She doesn't really seem very interested in progressing the conversation, because she was just kind of like, oh yeah, it's sad, like she didn't really kind of get into anything with him. And I think that's what he's missing. So when he was able to have conversations with some of the other people he was dating, he highlighted that a lot, that, oh, I got to talk to them and this and this and this and that. And I think we could see it there in that car ride, that she's just not, for whatever reason, connecting with him.
It was I thought what was interesting in the car ride was the fact that she said if he ever cheated on her, it'd be done and over with. That she can do it then. I was like, didn't you just get done cheating on him?
And
And he was just looking at her
yeah,
like,
he was confused too. Yeah.
I was like, next question.
You know what? I wonder if she said that as kind of like, don't get any ideas.
It was about him not getting any ideas while they're in this show
Yeah.
about doing it. Yeah. But she should have phrased it some other way. Because
She was like, that's a deal breaker. I was
I was just like,
girl, like, I don't know if you should say that, because
I know.
it sounds like he gave you a second chance. I think
Right.
you might just want to
Mhm.
zip your lip.
So so what did you think about his date with Leilani?
I Again, this is one of those parts of the show where I was like, so we didn't learn anything from Daria?
I said to myself, if this is what we're going to be doing from now on, we need not go on any more dates. We
Yeah.
need to just go ahead and pack our shit up, get stepping. Because if I turn the TV on and I see your head laying on anybody's bosoms,
Yeah.
we're going to have a major issue.
Yeah. You're doing too much. Too
Doing
much.
way too much.
Because I feel like, I mean, you could definitely go on dates without touching people. And I guess it was just kind of because this is for both his and Jessica's date, where Sean was basically just crying at the thought of not being able to see her again. And I'm just like, so for the people that are going on dates with these people in a committed relationship, did you honestly think you were gonna find the love of your life?
What I don't understand is you guys are going on these dates. You've been with somebody for 4 years or 14 years. There is got to be some level in your head that says, oh, this date, this new date I'm going on, it is exciting. Oh, this person is so attentive. This person sees me, they hear me. Oh my gosh, they're giving me all these compliments. They're showing me love and affection. I'm sorry, this is date number 4 or it's date number 3. Of course, there's going to be some type of physical attraction. There's going to be tons of compliments. There's going to be tons of, oh my goodness, the excitement doing new things. You're going to go-kart racing, rock climbing, um, um, boxing. You're going to be doing all sorts of going for picnics and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's exciting. But let's talk about what happens after that first 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
What happens after 6 months? Do you think that person's still going to be this great, exciting person when you get to find out all their baggage and all their family issues, their financial issues, and all that?
Right.
No. So
Right.
stop pretending that you met the person that you're going to spend your life with when you don't even know that person after 4 dates. No. And Sean and Eric laying his head down on her bosom and so forth. That's just lust, Eric. That's all it is. It's lust. You can have it with just about any pretty woman that's out there that shows you affection and talks little nasty little drippets to you here and there. It's lust. So let's call it what it is.
Yeah, I see.
And
So
learn how to
oh, go ahead.
learn how to not jump into temptation because she's giving you all these clues. And what are they talking about that's so in depth? Are they cutting those in-depth conversations out? Because I'm listening to their conversations and I don't find anything worthy of, she's such a good listener. She's such a good talker. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're cutting them out. I don't know.
I see. So, while you were talking, I was just thinking about like, okay, being married. Of course, I haven't been on dates with anybody, since I've been married, but I'm thinking like, if I went on a date, I just don't see myself, I couldn't see myself like falling for somebody. Like you would have to be missing a whole lot for you to just completely fall for somebody else, I think, because I see the point of these dates as, which I think they are kind of discovering, but trying to see if you're getting everything you need out of your relationship. And if you're not getting it, are you able to communicate that to your partner, and are they able to work with you to get it? And if not, then maybe this is not the relationship for you. Maybe you don't want to be married. But I don't think I just couldn't see myself like wanting to like actually pursue a relationship with somebody while I'm still in a relationship. But I mean, I guess it's just all in your mindset. I know a lot of people are
some people, yeah, they have those dating websites for married people.
What do you mean?
It's dating apps for people that are married, that when you go on there, that the person's married and they're still looking for a relationship.
Like swingers or?
No, not swingers, just somebody that's looking for a relationship even though they're married.
And their spouse knows, or this is like
No, I'm sure their spouse, maybe their spouse knows, maybe their spouse doesn't know. It's
Mhm.
just like christianmingle.com or blackpeoplemeet.com. It's married people that are married wanting to date outside their marriage, even though their partner may know, may not know. I don't know. I just know I had a friend that did it. So
Like
people that
the friend was married, or the friend dated someone that was married.
the friend was married.
And then the people looking for people, they're also married, or they can be single.
They can be single or married.
Wow. I
So
think
and look at people that are co-workers. I mean, but I guess that's a relationship that you build because you've been working with that person and all of a sudden you may fall in love. So people do end up while they're married, dating other people and so forth. So, I mean, that's how people cheat. I mean, luckily for me, for those of you guys that say I talk too much about my personal life, I'm still going to do it anyways. I, for some unknown reason, I've just never been attracted to anybody else other than my husband. I just don't really. Like today, I don't know, today I was looking at him when he came home from work. I was like, oh my God, he looks so cute in those pants and that shirt. He didn't think that about me though.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, I think that he was crossing the boundaries a little too much,
He did.
especially in light of what happened with, Darion and Lexi. And then Jessica's date, Sean. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, this is your fourth date, I think. So, and like you said, they haven't had, from what we could tell, they haven't had any like real in-depth conversations. And to be honest, I mean, I kind of see Eric's point on her. I mean, she, not to say she's incapable of having a deep conversation, but yeah, on all the dates that she's been on, there's not really been anything really deep. The deepest conversation that she's had was the one on this tonight's episode, which was about her mother. So we learned that she was adopted by her aunt, and that her mother
Was white.
her mother was a prostitute, and had obviously had sex with a Black man, and her parents were, or her family, her mother's family was racist, and so she gave her up for adoption. So and so she said that she felt like, I think earlier in one of the other episodes, she said that she had some insecurities, but we didn't really know, what that was about, because we were like, she's an attractive woman, and she's, what a lot of men like. So we didn't really see we didn't really understand what her insecurities were and where they came from. But now we know that she didn't feel accepted by her mother, and she just thought, like, who else would love me if my own mother wouldn't love me? And that's, I, I actually dated someone in that almost exact situation, except for the prostitution. But um, they were biracial, and their mom's family didn't want them to have a biracial child, and so they were given up for adoption. And they had a lot of issues with kind of, just being able to develop relationships with people. So I mean, that's a really real issue, and it's something that you need therapy for, I think, because it's really hard. No matter, fortunately she was adopted, and the person that I dated was adopted, but it wasn't, enough to overcome those issues of being kind of given up by your parents. So
Abandoned.
mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting that she was a dancer and her mom was a prostitute. So instead of saying stripper, people like to say dancer. So I thought that was interesting. But she said, you do what you have to do in order to put food on the table and take care of your family.
And she also said she didn't like that people, like a lot of people consider that to be the same thing, and she didn't like that comparison, because there are women that dance that are just doing it to provide for themselves and their families. So
Mhm.
she, she did talk about that a little bit, but he
Mhm.
listened. I don't know that he was very like comforting or supportive. Like he didn't, and I'm sure this is not the first time he's heard it, because when they met back at the end, it kind of seemed like he was saying like, "Oh, now I know these things about her," but I'm hoping that he already knew these things
Yeah,
about her.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
also,
didn't
like,
think he
I
was a.
think she has issues with being vulnerable, so he very well may not have known to that level how she felt about that situation. So
Right. I didn't think she really wanted comfort from him at that point. I think he was listening, and it was the fact that he was listening and being empathetic
mhm.
that really touched her, and it probably moved him to reach out to his mom. I like the way that he chose to reach out to his mom
I
instead
just
of doing it verbally.
I
I was
thought
like,
that was
wow.
a very big step, because it's like he took into consideration, what Jessica said about reaching out and connecting to his mother. And I think he like really assessed the situation. Like anytime I verbally communicate with her, there's friction, and no one gets to get their point across. And what's the best way to do that? Write her a letter. And that way she could have it available anytime, she could read it over and over again, and there's no arguing. And just for him to come up with that, like I feel like that was so mature.
Yeah, I thought
Um,
that was really. I find that he seems like he's a really mature man,
mhm.
but after seeing after seeing how he was with Leilani, whatever her name is, I was like, you went down a couple notches, Eric. But yeah. And is Leilani really into him? Like, I
I don't
can't
know.
really tell.
I mean, they didn't really show a lot on the date today, except for
Mhm.
her touching or them touching each other. So
Right.
there's a lot
I
of
thought
touching.
I thought it was sad about his mom. His mom and him had a different relationship before he played the NFL. Afterwards, it was all about what can I get? I buy you a house. Where's the furniture? I buy you a house. Where's the car?
But I mean, it's like that sometimes.
I guess so. You're lucky you don't.
Especially, I mean, I don't know if he said how he grew up or anything, but I think sometimes, for whatever reason, sometimes some parents think that like, oh, I struggled to provide for you, da 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 da, and now you owe me,
Mm-hmm.
even though you didn't necessarily ask to be brought into the world.
We're
So,
sorry. Mm-hmm.
this kind of sounds like that's that situation there. So
Right,
it's
right. Kids don't
unfortunate.
ask.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it's like that sometimes. So I like that they show the different dynamics. Like everyone had a different family dynamic. LaRhonda said she, gets along great with her family. She has a pretty good. It sounded like she had a good relationship with everybody in her family. Um, Sean had an issue with his dad. Jessica had an issue with her mom, and then um,
Eric.
Eric had an issue with his mom. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just good to see like the different layers in
Mm-hmm.
each of the individuals, because I think it's very relatable. Someone can relate to one of those situations.
Mm-hmm. Right, and family does play an important role in a relationship. As much as we hate to think about it, they do, because especially during family gatherings, when you have somebody that doesn't get along with you, if a parent doesn't like your significant other, it could cause issues and friction. So yeah, it was really good. What did you think about the girls meeting up?
I'm glad that they did, go over there to check in on her, um, and give her a chance to vent. I mean, because when
I
you're
wish we would have seen more.
when you go through things, like, I mean, it means everything to be able to just vent and, tell your side of the story and just, get it all out, cry if you have to. So I do like that they, talked to her about that. But,
Mhm.
and also like her decision, like, because, we weren't too sure last time whether or not she
They
was
were going
going
to
to
be
let
together.
Darion go or not. And I think she like really, it sounds like she made the decision to just let it go. And she knows
Let's
that
hope she keeps to that decision.
Man, I hope so.
Because she said, sometimes she says things that makes me think that she almost believes that this is his only time, his first time, doing those acts.
I mean, I think she made the point that it does, basically, with him doing this, especially in this, environment, that she can't trust any other time that she's had suspicions and he said nothing happened. So she's like, whether it happened or not, in her head, it's happened every time that she thought it happened.
Right.
And I
And
hope
believe
she
me,
sticks
Jenny.
with that because, I mean, being able to trust someone is a lot in a relationship. So, I mean, all it takes is that one time. I mean, the trust can be completely destroyed. And
Right.
especially after 14 years. And yeah. So, I mean, I hope, I hope that she just lets him go.
I
If
hope
they,
she continues to get therapy too.
hmm and if they can be friends in the long run and she chooses that, I mean, that's on
Yeah.
her. But I hope she for herself, makes the decision to let him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, then we get back to the group circle at the end. And they talk about, what they discussed in regards to their families. And I think we touched on that a little bit. Um, and then they're starting to talk about their dates. And um, they didn't get to choose. They haven't chosen yet whether or
Now, I think we're coming near the end where it's now because next episode is going for
not.
ring shopping and put on your dress. I
So,
mean,
what's your prediction?
I feel so bad for Lexi because she would have enjoyed that, don't you think?
I mean, I don't feel bad for her because she could have just been in limbo for another 4 or 5 years. So
Yeah, you're right.
I feel
You're right.
good for her that she finally has some
Yeah,
closure
finally got it.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that Sean and LaRhonda will put a ring on it.
I think so too.
Yeah, definitely. And Eric and Jessica, I don't know if if the TV show has been edited to make us think from the very beginning that this couple is not going to stay together. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you what they're going to do because half the time it's all done on the editing.
I don't think they're
They're
gonna
always
stay,
holding hands. They're always close to each other.
I don't think they're gonna stay together, but if for some reason they do, I don't see them getting married.
You don't see them getting married.
Mm-mm. I think they'll eventually end it. Maybe I don't know if they do a reunion for this show, but maybe before the reunion.
Yeah, they do a reunion.
Mm. So yeah, I don't think that they're gonna make it.
Okay,
So I think
that's
we'll go
sad.
1 for 3, 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 out of 3, whatever. It's
What?
33%. I was trying to figure out what the ratio was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm just so tired.
33% success rate, I think, for this experiment this season.
Mm. Well, I know last season some of the couples stayed together, but I don't think anybody's gotten married yet.
No, the one couple bought a house. So I think they're postponing their wedding.
Yeah.
They bought a house.
Mhm.
And
But nobody got married.
Hollywood and the other girl, Ashley, broke up.
Right.
Yeah. But that is all for today's show.
Right. It wasn't very exciting.
No, but
Dior liked it. I was just like,
yeah, I liked
okay.
it because I think a lot of information and about the individuals in the show came out because all
Mhm.
you've been saying is like, I wish I knew this, I wish I knew that, and a little more because we knew like Sean's dad was a provider, but you didn't know the other information about him. So I think
Yeah.
we learned a little bit more about them and where they're from and what they've been through and what's
Mhm.
gotten them to this point. And so I like that.
Yeah.
But if you can follow us on Instagram at
The Real on the Real.
She's not following the cues.
I said the real on the real.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment below, and hit the notification bell for more posts. We'll see you on Sunday.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait for Sunday. Housewives of the Potomac.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.